There's no rest for United between the Lyon games because we got to travel to St James's Park on Sunday and we know that it's going to be a relentless 90 minutes. Ruben Amorim will need to rotate to keep his players fresh for the crucial second leg against Lyon. But how does he do that and put out a competitive team? Let's run through all the team news and discuss how Amorim can rotate and keep United competitive. I'm not going to lie. This trip to St James's Park is coming at a bad time for Manchester United. It's almost a bit of an inconvenience. Slapped in between the two games against Lyon, which define our season, up against a Newcastle team which is chasing the Champions League and can leapfrog Chelsea by winning this game. Into what, third? I think they can go like basically third if they win this. They're going to be bang up for it. United are going to have to rotate and rest. What about Onana? Is he going to be dropped? What about Yoro or Casemiro or Garnacho? I'm going to run through the changes. Let me know your predictions for the game and your predicted starting 11 in the comments on this one, because this is going to be a tough game for Amorim. One thing I would say, last 6-7 games, I've been saying it quite a lot. We're playing pretty consistent right now. I expect United to go against Newcastle and not go toe-to-toe, to try and play like we did against Man City. If we played like we did against City, but we had the finishing, we would have won. Same with Lyon. And if Onana wasn't in goal. Same with Forest. United have been playing well. Now, in terms of the team that faced Lyon, there definitely will be changes. I reckon there's some players that have to be rested, all right? I think Yoro should be rested just so he's 100% fit for the Lyon game, because it's a more important game for us. I think Casemiro should be rested. I can't see either of those playing 3 games in a week at this time. I just wouldn't want to take the risk with Yoro, and I don't particularly think that Casemiro's got the fitness to maintain it. The big question will be, will Amorim drop Onana? I think he'll drop him for the return leg for Lyon, but I think he'll keep him in goal for this Newcastle one. That would be my prediction. I've made my opinion clear on Onana now. I've supported him, as I will support all United players until I feel like I can't anymore, and I can't anymore with Onana. Not after that week, not after his decision to sort of raise the stakes and then follow it up with that performance. We don't need to speak about it anymore. It was abysmal. I don't trust him anymore, and I don't think any of these players do either. But I do think he'll start this game, and by end it, we'll start the big one against Lyon. Now, in defence, right, there's only really one choice that United have got if Yoro's going to go to the bench. I would love to rest Mazraoui as well, by the way. But we just don't have the available players. Look at everyone down there injured. Heaven, Martinez, De Ligt. All 3 of those could be involved here. None of them can be involved. So I think that Maguire will stay in the starting 11. Again, is Maguire completely fit? He got taken off with like 5 minutes to go in the game. Luke Shaw, I don't really know what's going on with Luke Shaw, so I can't really comment as to whether or not he's going to be playing. But considering he's not come off the bench, I don't think I'm going to put him in the starting 11 to face Newcastle away from home. That's what I think the defence will be. Only one change with Lindelof coming in for Yoro, and I think Onana keeps his place and is dropped against Lyon. Now, Yoro will definitely be rested. Oh, that's a lie. You won't definitely be rested. It might be that he's feeling really, his fitness is just further forward than I feel it is. And that's just me being precautious more than anything. I just don't want Yoro to be injured for the second leg against Lyon. That's why I'm putting him on the bench there. And somebody who I'm definitely putting on the bench is Casemiro. Because I think Casemiro right now has actually been probably one of our best midfielders. Certainly on form in his last few games. So I'm resting him. And it's quite a simple change, really. I'm just bringing Bruno back to play deeper. You know it's going to be a relentless midfield against Newcastle, man. Absolutely guaranteed. And I'd rather Casemiro was fit for the Europa games. If I'm going to choose what games to play Casemiro between now and the end of the season, ideally, just play him in the Europa League games. Keep him fresh. Whole way through to the final. He's making a difference in this team right now. And I would play Ugarte and Bruno. It's going to be manic, man. You know Joe Linton's going to be going crazy. You know full well just Bruno Guimaraes is going to have a crack. It's going to be such a tough game to go up against a team as relentless as Newcastle at a time where we basically just kind of want to take the foot off the gas a little bit in prep for Lyon. Badly timed this game, but it is what it is. Now, I put Mount in my starting 11 for Lyon. And Amorim went differently. He kept the same 11 that faced City. Probably because he was happy with the performance and he felt like if that performance came again, then we would have won and he would have been correct, had Onana not existed in goal. I think I'm going to go for Mason Mount again in this starting 11 and put him further forward alongside Garnacho. But you could say that Garnacho should be dropped, and I think you'd probably be right. But also, I don't really feel that Amorim's got too much to lose in this game by allowing Garnacho to start and maybe find his feet, maybe find a goal or two or an assist or something that can spark some confidence. Garnacho keeps getting himself in goal-scoring positions, which is half the battle, but just the decision-making is woeful. Like, Alejandro, man, it feels like it's gone too far, but maybe not. I would go for those two. And would I start Zirkzee? Or would I just keep him completely fresh for the Lyon game? Again, I'd probably choose the latter. This game means nothing to United. Newcastle will know that, and they'll take advantage of it. But I think that's the starting 11 I would put out. I put Mount in midfield, drop Bruno deeper, leave Casemiro on the bench, and put Yoro on the bench. 2 changes to keep the team as fit as possible. I don't think Mainu came off the bench. Could he be fit to start? Possibly. And I reckon it could be Mount and Mainu sort of dovetailing. Eriksen can come on for Garnacho. Zirkzee can come on for Højlund a little bit later in the game. That would be my starting 11. And my prediction for this game? I think United are going to lose 2-1. I just look at where Newcastle are in their season, and the season they've had, of course, winning the League Cup, and they're still buzzing off that. They're playing for the Champions League spots. They're currently 5th with a game in hand, and they can go above Chelsea and just behind Nottingham Forest in 3rd. It would put them in a pretty strong position. I don't think they're going to give up on that. And that comes at the exact same time as we want to rest some of our players because our biggest game of the season is coming on Thursday. I just think timing-wise, the game suits Newcastle a lot more. And I don't think that we're going to be able to match the tempo that they play with because they do play with a relentless style. They have the players for it. They have the squad for it. A squad that was built to play that. So my prediction, unfortunately, is going to go for a 2-1 defeat. I might be wrong. Let's be honest. I am wrong quite a lot of the time. And this man, I've lost trust in him. I've lost faith in him. I imagine some of his teammates have as well. But I think he'll keep his spot in this starting 11 ahead of Bayern coming in for the Europa League. Let's find out. What's your predictions? Let me know in the comments below. Mine's a 2-1 defeat. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I will be. It's going to be a tough game. Not looking forward to it. I just hope that we can come through this game without any injuries. That's my main concern going into it. And I think Newcastle know that, and they can take advantage of that.